Hey everyone, I'm Alexis the Ego Queen. Love me, I know you do. And welcome back to episode 7 of Queen's Court. And I want to welcome my buddies for joining me once again. And from now, I'm going to let Vig take over.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Vicky the GM, and welcome back to the Queen's Court. When we last left our heroes, arriving at an old overseer's lookout tower, the warband meets up with Skinner and his gang. After a brief discussion of payment, Skinner unveils the artifact up for sale, a mummified hand of an alien with 3 clawed fingers. At this reveal, Tobian collapses to the floor, voiding the contents of his stomach. As this is happening, Ren pulls out her last pistol and demands answers for this heresy. Skinner raises his hands in a mock gesture, inadvertently revealing the name Holthane, but clearly seeing where this is heading. In a surprising move, considering his previous predicament, Tobian throws a hand grenade that takes out the entire gang, save for Skinner himself. Seeing that he's clearly outmatched and under fire from the rest of the warband, Skinner makes a hasty escape, but is promptly dragged back by Guardsman Brecht. Before executing Skinner, Tobian drags the location out of his mind, the location of the sable trader Holthane. And we return. Now, everyone has been looted, men have been executed, and people have been giving comforting talks out in the hallway. So, Tobian, do you wish to cast fill-in for this information that you have?
Yes.
Tobian reveals to you that a scant few kilometers away from here, the primary location of the sable traders within this hive, and the location of Holthane, the man that Skinner mentioned. It should take but mere hours to reach it.
Alrighty, so that is where we're heading then. Everybody got what they need? Does everybody have what they need?
Yes. But can we please just take a rest? That thing put a lot of strain on me.
Very well. We'll rest here for an hour. Is that good enough for you?
That should suffice.
Okay. Oh, and I'm guessing we're over here, talking to everybody.
Yeah, I'll just move Brecht. Here you go. Yes, so Tobian is going to rest for an hour. Is anyone else going to do... are you going to follow suit, or do you have something else in mind?
I would like to move over to Harlock and gaze upon his weapon and do a little inspection of it. Not touching it, but just admiring it.
Roll a tech use for diagnose, plus 20.
So with an almost, artful precision, Harlock will strip his rifle, field strip, and reassemble it.
And you said just 20?
Plus 20, just 20 on tech use to diagnose the weapon. You got a 2. You know intimately how this weapon works and can see that it is a modified sniper rifle with and appears to be quite well kept.
Indeed. Excuse me, Harlock, do you have a moment to talk?
Got all the time in the world.
I've noticed your weapon, very modified, outside standard procedure. Tell me, do you have an eye for weaponry?
Yeah, I'd say so. Considering why I'm here.
Let me tell you something, and listen well. Trust in your weapon. People will betray you and mock you, but your weapon will never fail, and you can put your trust into it. Just remember that. You will do well in this world.
Get a piece of paper. You can write that down and title it "Shit I Already Know."
Although your attitude will relinquish that advantage, I suppose, but it's such is the way of you people.
What a dick.
Horrible people killing other horrible people. The quintessence of dark heresy. Now, does anyone else have something to do while Tobian naps away?
I'm gonna rest against a wall, just inspecting my pistol and trying to clean the blood off of it.
Well, the blood isn't actually from Skinner because you don't bleed from last wounds, but it probably got somewhere else.
From the grenade, probably.
Yeah.
Blood and guts.
People got exploded. That blood probably does belong to one of his men. So, but you can tell yourself that it's from him.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna rest against the wall and clean that shit off.
Yeah. So just move you up there. There you go. All right. Brett, you're the only one who hasn't said anything.
I will talk with Ren.
Fair enough.
You know, I admire that about you.
What?
That you're still able to feel something when you pull the trigger.
I must admit, it was my first time taking somebody's life.
Don't forget the feeling. Don't let it become something you just do.
It was horrible. Is that what you people do? Soldiers, I mean.
Among other things, yes. Usually it's a lot easier to do when it's an orc versus a human.
I've studied those beasts, but I've yet to see one. I hope to keep it that way.
Me too.
The blood won't come off the pistol. I can't clean it.
Take a deep breath there, princess.
Alright.
You're gonna do yourself no favors losing your head.
What do we do about them? Pointing over to the dead bodies.
Oh, this is a high world. We kick them off a couple of ledges. They fall down into the depths. No one sees them. No one hears from them. They'll just assume they went too deep.
Is that our fate if we die?
Possibly.
How do you live with that?
It's a thought you grow used to. Doesn't make things easier, but you get used to it.
I'm gonna put my bolt pistol back in its holster.
You don't have a bolt pistol, but fair enough.
Last pistol, sorry.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Anytime, princess. Watching out for you is in turn watching out for myself. Plus, I want to see what you'll make of yourself with this.
Well, hopefully after this mission, the Inquisitor will reward us greatly, right?
Only the Emperor knows.
That's true. I'm gonna rise to my feet and start walking towards the others. Beep. Or wherever they're gathered. There.
Oh, great. He's over here now.
Alright. I'm gonna assume, like, we waited the hour.
hour has passed.
I'd like to move the bodies,
Yeah.
kick them off of things and into the depths.
You can use the hour to kick bodies, and I'll just take them off the screen. Boop. 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 And boop. Everyone's gone.
I guess I should just say during this time I just take notes of how they react in their downtime.
All right. Were you noting down that conversation they were having?
I was too busy focusing on Tobias Kirsch and Harlock.
Right. Fair enough. All right. An hour passes. Tobias wakes up, and bodies have been dragged clean from the tower. Plan time.
Alright, guys, we have to get moving. We have to find this. What was his name again?
Holstein, I believe.
Thank you.
Okay.
Dumb
Now,
bastard
we
let
have a
it slip.
location on him, correct?
Where he might be.
Alright, so we're gonna have to check out that location. I suggest we head there.
So be it.
We'll get close. We'll plan an ambush. We'll try to get information out of anybody that's dumb enough to get into our line of sight. Does this sound good with the rest of you?
I suppose.
Sounds as good as any plan we make.
Well, let's get moving.
Alrighty.
You head out the old Overseer's Tower and start making your way towards the abandoned manufactorum that is the supposed location of this whole thing. As you get closer towards it, I'm going to need you to roll a -20 awareness test. A -10 for Tarvok.
I remember I can't hit the minuses, so you're gonna have to do
I
it for
can,
me.
yeah, I'll just real quick roll.
-20, is it?
-20 for everyone except
Jesus
Tarvok.
fucking Christ. Okay, pal.
Hit. Yeah, that wasn't.
One moment. I'm just looking for where. Oh, there it is. So just type in -10.
-10. Yeah, that didn't happen.
We all forgot our glasses.
This isn't that kind, but I will say that as you are approaching closer towards the abandoned manufactorum, you hear sirens going off.
Fuck.
It would seem that they have an alarm system set up. However, you should know that they might not approach guns blazing if they do not know who you are.
Okay.
Are you going to stand still?
They've detected us. If we stay in one group, we'll be captured really quickly. I suggest that we split up.
I'm not sure that might be a great idea. They don't know who we are. For all they know, we might be new business associates.
You
That's
are
true.
of higher stature.
May I remind that one of you has the mask from Skinner? You could impose yourself as his replacement, as a hostile acquisition.
And I do believe that splitting up will automatically make them assume we are here on, let us say, more hostile endeavors.
We should
Okay,
still get
I have an
somebody
idea.
into position in case things go sour.
Does everyone look at Harlock?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone looks at Harlock.
Harla, can you do this for us?
Yeah, I get you, Joe.
Thank
As Harlock trots off, the sirens come off, and you can see in the distance a group of men approaching. They appear to be armed with las rifles and other solid projectile weapons of various sorts.
you. Right.
Like how far? Like how clearly can they see us from where we're standing?
They appear to be heading in your direction. So long as you don't pull weapons, they probably won't fire.
I mean, like how clearly can they see us?
They're about 50 meters out and
Right,
approaching at a slick pace.
Alright.
But they are not. Do not have their weapons trained on you yet. They are kept in their hands, lower
Pass
down.
me the mask. I will do the talking.
I don't think it's a good idea for you to have this mask. It still has blood stains, and you might recognize it.
That's the point.
Then Skinner was a male, so I believe I should wear it.
That's
We don't have to pass as Skinner. We just have to prove that we're taking over his duties.
Either way,
And I
somebody
still
throw it on.
insist on wearing the mask. I put on the mask.
fair enough. Okay.
There is
Good
one
going.
issue, though. Perhaps we are running into the middle of Babyface's rivalries, if they have any.
Someone roll for me common lore underworld. Actually, Knight, if you want to succeed on this, you just can. Others with forbidden lore underworld can roll it at a +10.
Yes, how do I burn a fate point?
You don't burn it.
Or
you
not
just
burn it,
get
or use it.
You go to your sheet where it says fate points. You just take one from the current.
Okay. Okay, then yes,
So +10?
I use my fate point.
Question, you said? You had the highest shot of making that, I think,
Yep.
and still couldn't. I think, wait, Ren and... yeah, Ren has the other shot of making this because she has
Alright, what
Forbidden
do I
Lore
need to roll?
Underworld as well. +10, Forbidden Lore Underworld.
How do I roll for that?
It's
Do you have
in
it?
the
Oh, there it
left... yeah, left side of the sheet. No, right side of the sheet, I mean. My bad. Oh! Sweet! She made it, like by a lot. You know that the babyfaces are currently have a business association with disabled traders, meaning that they would not be rivals. And what else can I give you with that? 5 degrees of success. Let's say that, yeah, it is not uncommon for faceless traders, the subgroup of that, this being the sable trade, of switching between hive gangs should the need arise. And you have created a need, which you should supply.
Can I inform everybody about this?
You can indeed cast Felon.
So, did I believe I used my face point on that?
Don't bother, you haven't used it yet, so
I needed to.
she got it just fine.
Okay.
You hadn't done anything yet. So put the fate point back.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell them all about this.
Indeed.
I suppose it's normal for for gangs to come and go, dangerous as this place is.
Makes enough sense.
It's
All right.
part of the charm of living in a hive world.
Now, just stick to your character. We're selling them shit. And let's
Fair
get
enough.
as much info from them as we possibly can.
Tarvok, when she says character, I think that means you should be the guy that says it's authentic or shit like that.
Yes.
That's what I was about to say. I was also going to recommend that Mr. Tobian stay back after we've seen what this thing does.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, speaking of that, Tobian and Tarvok both roll awareness tests with a +10. Holy snap. You. Alright, Tobian gets a partial success. You feel a small tugging in your medikit. Just a slight. Nothing much, not enough to actually move it, but you can feel it. Alright. Now, anything else real quick you want to do before they approach?
No, I think we are good.
Harlock is currently set up in an overviewing position where he should see the Manufactorum and the group. So, hunker
Be careful
down.
of trees.
Yes, they may pop up out of nowhere. It is a common thing.
Freaking warp trees.
Warp trees. The group of armed men, all muscular-looking, hired las guns by the looks of it. They don't sport any particular ganger tattoos, meaning they are no doubt some hired mercenaries in the employ of the Sable Traders. And the man in front, a crew-cut man with a bionic jaw, walks up to you and demands, "What are you doing around here?"
We're here on business.
Are you now?
Yes.
What business would that be?
We will not discuss it with you. Only your boss.
Well, it's a shame that you have to go through me to see my boss, so just cough it up, and I might let you through.
I cannot reveal this information. It is vital that your boss knows and no other gangs. How do I know you work for him?
Roll a charm test. Holy snap. Succeeded by a bunch. At this refusal of yours, he says he looks a bit puzzled, not used to having to deal with some stuff like this. He fine, whatever, but you will be watched. So don't try anything stupid.
Very well. Take us to your boss.
All right. Spread around them. I don't want them doing anything. And the 5 other men walk around you in a circle, about 2 meters away from you, as they start escorting you towards the Manufactorum. And let's move. Now, just zoom out, not all the way, just keep it on the first bit of the lowest bit. So, if you could please locate yourself down here.
I don't think it moved me over.
It's not showing us anything.
Yeah, map hasn't changed yet.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to move you. I just moved myself. There we go.
Okay,
There we
where
go.
are
So, down here
Bottom.
at the bottom. So, drag yourselves down there, and I will put up the men. So, whoop. This, like this.
So, for those, whatever, these two gantry things are like high.
Yeah, these are gantries up by near the ceiling. So it's gonna go here, and your model should be bigger than that. Go. Oh yeah, also Harlock, you can just go off screen because you're not close.
Yeah, I'm just here
for other purposes. So let us see. Brecht and Brecht, your token.
Yeah, sorry, I had to take care of something real quick.
Oh, never mind. Oh, way too big. God damn it, keeps going up
We're
big.
being escorted by a giant.
Shouldn't. Stop being so big. There you go.
What?
I'm just laughing at Spoon.
Oh, that's awesome.
There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just one more. There we go. 6 people. And you are now officially escorted. Could you move yourselves a bit up, just into the circle of giant men? There we go. All right. And for the main attraction, we have this guy. And just for a better view, here is the man. As you walk in to the entrance of the Manufactorum, it has clearly been abandoned for quite some time, but there are crates and other containers that are clearly new and have been moved recently. In the middle of the entrance space, you can see a man wearing a fine overcoat, sporting a red bionic eye on this, and some scars upon his balding head. He walks he walks towards you, suspicion writ upon his face, and he asks, "Now, what brings such a colorful character to my manufactoria?"
We hear that you had a business deal with Skinner. I'm afraid he's not gonna make it.
Well, you have taken him out then?
Executed him myself.
Indeed. Tobian, you're still wearing the mask, right?
Yeah.
He looks towards Tobian in the back and says, "Indeed, and brought the proof with you. All right. I am a businessman, and always looking for the next deal. So, why do you not join me in my office?
Very well.
And he starts walking up.
Do I just
If
follow
you'll
him?
just
Just
follow him.
things.
Just move yourself slowly as he moves.
May I whisper to Rin as we make our way to the office?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps meeting him in an enclosed area is not the most tactical choice.
I am aware of that, but I think this man a fool. I have an idea.
Well,
Brilliant,
better not be
I'm
pulling
sure.
a bolt pistol.
Nothing but tactical genius.
Man, opening a door is hard in this.
Please don't call us trouble, princess. We're not in a good spot here.
I got this.
When have we ever been in a good spot?
Walk into the room. I'm gonna stand in front of his desk.
Right. Let me just move the thugs around, just intersperse them around. Also, Tobian, while you were walking towards the office, you noticed something to the side. I think you can see it. Can you see what it is? Under the gantries?
I noticed
Mhm.
it.
I did.
Excellent. Just keep that in mind. Now, he sits down on a creaky wooden chair and rumples through some papers in front of him. Now, Skinner has quite the repertoire with the upper hives. What can you offer me instead?
His family serves mine. I'd like to make
Yeah.
a proposition.
Roll a deception plus 30. And he will roll scrutiny against you. If he has it.
Oh wait, can I auto pass that?
No, deceive does not fall under that.
Duty cakes. Okay. So I do fail.
Let's see if he spots the lie. Man, oh man. Would you like to fate point that?
Yeah.
Because he failed worse than you did, but you still will not succeed.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. 30?
30.
There we go.
Much better, much better. Oh, he seems suitably impressed at this and leans back in his chair. All right, I will give you a task to perform, and we'll see how well you can perform it. And then I will take care of business arrangement. Tarvok, in the corner, you notice a powered down combat servitor. Down here.
Indeed.
Keep note that its weapons do seem primed and ready to go. Only a activation word would be required. Now,
What is this task?
I will require you to take an object up into the apex and deliver it. Sounds simple?
It is. But why haven't you sent your own men to do it?
Well, it was the next thing on Skinner's to-do list, and seeing how he will never complete anything again, it would seem prudent that you, offering your services as you do, would complete that task.
Sounds like Skinner couldn't get the job done fast enough. What, was
Well,
he not a good man?
He was prone to slacking off, hanging around in the taverns, being annoying to the local populace. But he was useful in his own way. His connection to the Apex is what I needed, and I will require it again from you.
Heading all the way back up there. Very well. What is
Excellent.
the object you have that you'll have us
He op-
deliver?
He opens a drawer in his desk and takes out a brown package and hands it over to you. Don't lose it now. Oh, and I didn't catch your name.
Ren. Ren Roseless.
Ren. He holds out his hand and says, "Pleasure to meet you, Ren."
Pleasure's all mine.
Do you take his hand?
Yes, I do.
A firm handshake, and as he sits back down and says, Now, be on your way."
Very well. Men, let's get going.
Very well.
And just, slowly start walking. Exit it up here. Hard to tell.
Sorry, I screwed up. I'm gonna stop our men right here.
Hmm?
Just as we're walking, not stop them.
Just speak
And speaking
as you
very
walk.
lowly.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye out for everything. Weapons, equipment, doors, weaknesses, cracks in the wall. Everything that we can see.
Roll up. That sounds like an awareness test for everyone, including Harlock. Man, oh man. Let's see. Let's start with Ren. You... Wait. Did you add a plus 20 to that, Alexis?
Huh? No? Maybe.
Your target seems a bit high,
No, I didn't.
because your awareness is... hold on. Let me see. Ren Ruthless. Your perception is 34, so that can't be true. Because you only have a known in awareness. You shouldn't have made that. Oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong thing. I am a dum-dum. I was looking at your deceive test. Silly me.
Ha.
So, Ren, Tobian doesn't notice much. Actually, he can roll a Psyniscience test as well. But Ren notices to the right, in this room, over here, you could see that what was no doubt a shooting range, meaning they must have a supply of guns and ammo inside. All around you, there is crates carrying what is no doubt illicit artifacts or other such items of value. All around you, you can see small pieces of what appears to be Xeno statuary, although not intrinsically dangerous. And who else? Harlock doesn't see anything. I'm not going to say that a tree did it this time, but a tree may have been involved. Allegedly. Brett, you make it as well. You can see that the men above use the gantry as a higher vantage point in order to get better lines of sight, and you see the way up. So you could past that. You could get up there if you wanted. Tarvok doesn't see anything because he's busy looking at everything and noting everything down. And Kirsch horribly fails his Hynesian's test. You can feel the orb in your medikit, and that's about it. Alright. And you are out of here. Also, there appear to be only a dozen men in this, covering this entire place. So you didn't see anyone else.
Anyone make note of the device right? I believe how you do it. How do you mark something? The
Hold down left.
Let's click. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
noticed.
Yeah, I think everyone noticed. It is a sentinel with a power lifter.
so it is not weaponized, or not obviously weaponized.
No, it is weaponized. That's the dangerous part.
Yeah,
I'm
a
gonna
power
wait until
lifter
we get out to discuss
with a
that.
weapon. Yeah. Alright, so just move yourselves down and
Sigourney Weaver to fight the alien queen. We need her.
be a shame if an alien queen showed up. But let's move us further away, and by that I mean back to the main screen.
Oh.
So, planning time. The package has written on it the name of a person, and it says, hold on. Yeah, just speak amongst yourselves. You have to find the
Okay.
name.
Tech Priest, I want you to hold this. Check it. It might be something that you know.
Don't open that box.
I use my awesome wizardly might to cast fill in.
Yes, it is a free action.
Interesting. Now, I saw less than a dozen men in there, along with a sentinel with a power lifter, and some type of machine in the office. I know
Are
a
you-
servitor, but I'm not sure of what.
If I may enhance your intelligence just a moment, it is a combat servitor, and its weapons were primed and ready to fire as soon as the word was given.
Interesting. What kind of weaponry did it have?
Roll. Actually, you don't need to roll a tech use, you just know this. It had an implanted heavy stubber with a backpack ammo supply, able to put out roughly 400 rounds, and it also had an implanted chain axe.
Okay, I'm gonna assume he told us that.
Indeed.
Ergo, it would have been quite a challenge in both long range and melee confrontations.
Any obvious weaknesses of it?
Do I need to?
You do need a tech use test to do this.
Could always step on it with that sentinel if we would be able to grab it.
Does anybody know how to pilot a sentinel?
I might be able to figure it out.
You might not be able to figure out, you just straight up can, because you have operate surface.
Do I have any modifier on my tech use?
Plus 20.
Okay, so you know how to operate that thing. That is interesting. Now, those men on the walkway, how would we go about taking them out?
Our best bet would probably be Harlock.
Also, Harlock, you can take part in this conversation. You are hearing what they're saying. Although you didn't get any good angles, you may need to move and try again.
Alright, as for the servitor, I I did make my roll.
Yes, indeed. The machine has no armor upon it, but you will have to do a lot of so out of character now. The machine trait works in such a way as that it absorbs damage, but armor pen doesn't work against it. So weapons that do high damage but no armor pen would work well against it.
Okay.
And that should do it.
And I also believe if you take out the one who knows the activation code before he uses it, that would also solve the problem.
Indeed. Also, with those 4 degrees of success, oh, actually it's 5, you also know that if should it encounter a situation it does not realize, it might go into mind lock and straight up shut down.
Now that's interesting. I'm assuming you told us that.
He did.
Okay. That's very interesting. What about a straight up shot to the head? Would that disable it? I noticed it had some sort of human-ish skull. Was that just decoration, or was that its actual head?
Do you know the answer to that, Knight?
For the most part, I believe, although they are, for the most part, lobotomized, their head is still an integral part of their body.
The combat wetware would be situated in the back of the skull. We might have to hit there.
Interesting.
To you, perhaps.
Alright, let's keep moving. We will do his silly little mission to gain some insight on him. Unless, of course, it harms somebody else.
They gave me the package. May I examine it without opening it?
You may roll a scrutiny against perception.
Just roll scrutiny.
Yes. You can have a plus 20 to it. You're not under any pressure right now. 92. That does not do it. It is a brown package. It has a name written upon it and an address in the apex. That is the most amount of information we can ascertain.
Without being able to open it, I am unable to determine what's inside or its contents.
Harlock, do you think anybody is following us?
Roll an awareness test. Plus 30.
Me?
Can't give you any more. Actually, no, Harlock. For
Please
fuck's
don't
sake,
fail.
make it this time. Oof. 39. As you scope down range, you see that none of the thugs or hired lasguns are walking behind you. They appear to be ambling about in the manufactorum.
No, we're good for now. No one's following us.
Okay. Catch up to us.
I think I'm already caught up with this one.
Alexis, time.
We're sitting at 48 minutes. We're still good.
Yeah, let's keep going. Keep going. All right. So, you're going to make the trek back towards the apex.
During the trek there, may I make an observation about Ren Roseless?
I'm guessing that you say that to her.
No, it's out of character. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm asking, are we allowed to take actions during these treks?
Yeah, during the trek, you can make small talk.
I want to look at her. I believe it's pronounced shrub.
Cherub.
Cherub. I'd like to. I walk over to her while we make our way. Excuse me. I would like to inquire about that cherub that follows you around.
Ah, yes. It has a loud howler on it. It follows me. It helps me preach when needed.
Interesting.
You can roll a Forbidden Lore Archaeotech with a plus 20.
One moment.
Oh, Vicky, can you put up a picture of it? Or at least a loud howler servo skull so people know what what we're talking about.
Well, it isn't a servo skull, but I can show you. Didn't you link that picture in the Discord?
I believe so.
Plus 20 you said?
Hold on. It's.
Yeah, it was plus 20.
Oh man. That's bad.
Can I trying to think. Can I do anything to fix that?
I wouldn't use a fate point on that.
Well, you could use a fate point on it.
Don't listen to him.
I have to know.
What's this planet?
But yes, I will use my fate point on it. Reroll.
Yes.
V, did you find the picture yet?
I did, and it's right here. So this is a servo skull with a loud halo upon it. However, it is a rectangular box with those cones upon it, and a cherub is holding it in its arms. So, not a servo skull.
Cherub is the Cupid-looking motherfucker, right?
Though, yeah, they're the
creepy flying babies.
flying baby angels. That is what they are. It is indeed creepy.
There we go, much
all
better.
You made it. You made it. This is an ancient device, circa M2, that no doubt got a pretty price when Ren's family purchased it and ended up in her possession somehow.
A very interesting device. I'm sure it will have uses going forward if used properly, although I have my doubts about that ever happening.
It has its uses. Trust me.
Oh,
And it makes
I-
beautiful music whenever I need it to. Music that none of you have ever heard.
Music is just a way to stimulate your animalistic brain.
This might even work on you.
Music you've never heard. It plays the troll song.
Is that a threat?
No. Consider it I wouldn't say warning.
Invitation.
An aggressive suggestion.
Let's just say it can get us out of a bind, if needed.
Very well. Although I would suggest you watch your tone with me.
Calm down, Toaster Boy. I've got a job to do.
Willpower plus 60.
Who?
That's
After that,
Tarvok, willpower plus 60. Behold the pettiness check.
after that comment, he once again begins twitching and his hands shake almost uncontrollably as the slight digs deep into his brain.
You make it. But the slight has been recorded.
It's a big boy. I'm sure it'll be fine.
You make your way back into the apex. A stark contrast to the abandoned nature of the mid to lower hive. The name upon the package is that of one Tenor Havofest, and I will write his name into the chat. There we go. Who resides in the mid portion of the apex, not quite at the top, but he is a big shot, shall we say.
Interesting. Let's get this package delivered, and let's get back to our target. But I need to know if this is heretical or not.
Don't
Tobian.
open the package.
Toby, and roll us missions with a +10.
My rolls got worse when I bought this. Wait,
Yeah,
why is
I
it still
know.
giving me a -20?
It gives you a +20 back. That's how it works. Because it used to be, what was it? Yeah, it used to be 10. Now it's 30 base. You cannot, extending your psychic sense, you cannot detect anything of the sort coming from the package, though you cannot be sure. At least nothing like the orb you carry. It does not carry the same flavor, to say.
Also, I think that's a good... I'm assuming we're arriving at this point.
You are arriving at the gate of the Havofest house.
I'm going to assume that that's a good place to stop for today.
It is.
All right. Do you want to do a quick recap of what just happened?
That happens next episode.
Gotcha. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Queen's Court. I thank my friends for being here once again. Thank Vigi. And I hope you're enjoying this series so far. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Anyway, guys, I'm Alexis the Ego Queen. Love you guys. Bye!